All life is an experience. And when we experience, we are using some form of energy that there seems to be an infinite supply of. Learning how to use this energy in harmony with divine law and order seems to be the job that we have to do. In my humble opinion, we're going to school to learn how to use this energy that we call life. Our biggest problem is how we get lost in attachments of the forms that this energy uses, of which we are very much a part of. It causes us a great deal of trouble. Once we really accept the idea and start trying to understand it from our own base understanding and not from somebody else's words, that the life is a base of thought process, and thoughts create, and that each one of us live in a creation of our own making. And we fill this energy which God gives to us into those created imagery. And so we are continually peopling ourselves with images of fear, with images of love, with doubt, hate, evil, kindness, gentleness, all kinds of thought patterns which belong to each one of us. And that's why I say we are responsible for the kind of life that we live. And we spend a tremendous amount of time defending our creations, not knowing the truth about it, that we create our own world. That's one of the things that happened to us when in the Bible it says the 3.5 fell into the 4. It means that when we came to planet Earth, which is number 4 in the great system, and we passed the 3.5 out of the animal into the human, we begin to be responsible for how we think and how we act. And these thought patterns, most of them are illusionary because they don't have much behind them. But because we don't really understand that each thought is a creation that we live among, we become in bondage to these illusions. We think somebody hates us. We're afraid to walk around in the dark. We have all kinds of situations that we've developed a paranoid state of mind. But when we're free in our minds, when we begin to think for ourselves, when we begin to accept life as a learning process, rather than just getting involved in 5 senses to thrill at 1 or 2 or 3 or all 5 of them, but we begin to do things without this egoism for vanity or for whatever we might try to use our senses. Mostly it's to rule somebody else, to get somebody else to do what we want them to do. So when each person realizes that they think for themselves, they create for themselves, they find out that they have talents. And when they find out they have talents, then they find out about a word called karma. It's one of the damnedest words I think that ever came out of the English language or Hindu language or whatever you want to call it. Because everybody now blames everything on karma. Oh, that's karma. Oh, that's my karma. And so you don't do nothing but go around saying, oh, I got bad karma. I got bad karma. And so you think some more bad thoughts. You got to get out of that nonsense. We live by cause and effect. I reach out, I touch this, I had an effect. Hurt my hand. We hurt ourselves by setting up the wrong kind of causes, by the way we think. If you're not happy with your life, take 5 minutes off and say, what the hell's wrong with me? Don't blame somebody else. What happens to us is because of some kind of thinking that we have done ourselves.